Even in 2023, the South is still the South. What's up, YouTube? This is Isaac Cotto and welcome back to the channel. Today we talking a little politics, and no, I'm not a political pundit, but let me tell you, what I saw today just blew my mind. Whatever the hell's going on in Tennessee, man, thank you for reminding me I live in the South. I've been in Georgia for about 20 years, and even as an attorney here, where you see time and time again that the South is still the South, sometimes you see stuff that's just shocking. And today, what happened in Tennessee, where they attempted, well, successfully ousted 2 Democratic representatives and 1 got saved. It was amazing. You know, let me just give you some context to my point of view. I grew up in the Bronx. I am a damn Yankee, as some friends would say. Grew up in the Bronx, and you grow up kids of every different background, black, white, Hispanic, Indian, Chinese. You never really see color. At least I didn't growing up in the Bronx. You would play in the street, parks, whatever, never an issue. I didn't realize what race truly was until I moved to Florida as a teenager when I was 16 years old. And that's where my eyes were opened as far as being in the South. And as a Puerto Rican, it was a tough transition moving down to Florida in the mid 90s. But today, what happened today was out of control. So let me give you a guess, right? So there are 3 Democrats. They went ahead and protested. They made a huge mess, bullhorn, but they were protesting about the gun violence, particularly regarding the school shooting that happened in Tennessee, where 3 children were killed, 3 adults. So they get in there, they make a show. They were out of control. It was a mess. But then the good old boys said, we're gonna get you out of here. And so they made a motion to have him removed. And guess what? Out of 3, there's 1 white, 2 black. 1 did not get removed. Can you guess what was the color of their skin? If you guessed white, you were right. So Ms. Johnson survived by 1 vote, and even she said she probably didn't get kicked out because of the color of her skin.
I will answer your question. It might have to do with the color of our skin.
That's the reality. That's Tennessee. But here we go. So Justin Jones was able to get on the floor and basically make his case. It seemed like a trial, honestly. He made a case, but he pointed out the hypocrisy of this motion to have them removed. Check out this video.
Let's talk about expulsion. For years, one of your colleagues who was an admitted child molester sat in this chamber, no expulsion. 1 member sits in this chamber who was found guilty of domestic violence, no expulsion. We had a former speaker sit in this chamber who is now under federal investigation, no expulsion. We have a member still under federal investigation, no expulsion. We had a member pee in another member's chair in this chamber, no expulsion. In fact, they're in leadership, but in the governor's administration. So once again, what you're saying to us, since you're trying to put us on trial, I'll say what you're really putting on trial is the state of Tennessee.
And there you have it. I mean, a child molester, domestic violence, fraud. I mean, a litany of way more egregious actions. But guess what? They went ahead and protested about the gun violence. They made a big show, made people uncomfortable. And guess what? They kicked them out. Out of the 99 representatives, only 12 are black. They got rid of 2 more today. Now they'll be able to do a special election. They'll have another opportunity to get those seats back. I mean, Justin Jones, I believe, ran unopposed when he was elected. But the mere fact that this was going on over protest, Republican representatives said they tried to have a mutiny, insurrection, and it was like, calm down, okay? It wasn't January 6th. No one was hurting anybody. No one was gonna get hurt. They had thousands of protesters they were representing. And also, to keep this in mind, the 2 representatives with the 75 votes, or 76, 75 votes eliminated the representation of over 130,000 people. That's what Justin Jones represented it, and Justin Pearson represented it. 130,000 people with 75 votes. That's a good old boy network right there. All right, there's no doubt about it. It is what it is, and it's amazing. Maybe I had bad luck because I was watching Ken Burns' documentary on the Civil War and its aftermath, and you know, we're talking 150 years later, and they literally just voted him out. Didn't like what they did, didn't like what they were talking about, how they talked about it. Said, you know what? You out of here. Amazing. I don't know how that even happens today. And especially you would think in this environment with everything that's going on, they would have more common sense, because let me tell you, all they did was feed fire to the flame. It's only going to get bigger and bigger. Even today, if you watch the video, listen to the protesters as they're speaking. Listen, you can hear them in the background. Take a look. That just gives you an idea of what's going on. But even still, with all that going on, and there was one particular, I saw a particular Republican representative, older gentleman, stated that he was an immigrant, been in the US for 53 years. And I don't know if he showed his age, ignorance, or basically he wanted him to assimilate, hey, this is how we do things here. If you want to say something, don't talk that much about race, because I guess it's not a big deal for him. After 53 years, he even mentioned, hey, when I had 50 years as a US citizen, it was celebrated here. It was scary how conformed he was, and was basically telling the other representatives like, hey, don't try to make a show. Hey, keep your voices down. Play the role here. It was a sad thing to see. Look at the video. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Representative Kumar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'll wrap it up by saying that it is disappointing that you have insulted this body. You have insulted your colleague. You have insulted the House of Representatives in the state of Tennessee. You have insulted our speaker. You have personally insulted me. And part of that is on tape, sir. I implore you that let us take it from here, whether you are expelled or not. But please, come on. You are a talented young man. You have a lot to offer, but offer it in a way that people are accepting of your ideas. Join the society where you celebrate your achievements. I wish you all the best. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, so I don't know what district he represents. I don't know what his constituency consists of, but that's not the kind of representative I want. I would want a representative that, yes, would fight, would protest, would really push for change, and not go with the grain that's been going on for years and decades and decades and decades. So, but look, that's my take on it. Like I said, I'm not a pundit. Drop a line, drop a comment, let's debate it. You know, I'm willing to talk about it. This is something that came up today, and it's just crazy that it's even possible. I think since the Civil War, it's only happened 3 other times, and it was for way more egregious acts. So there you go, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I see you guys soon. Us.